Hello and welcome back to Straight Talk. Climate realists may be sadly disappointed at the latest announcement from the Trump administration. A notice has been issued indicating a desire to eventually rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. This notice implies that the Trump administration has changed its tune regarding the United Nations. Once again, the U.S. government will continue its involvement with the United Nations under the banner of climate change. This is apparent when looking at the Paris Climate Accord and the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as the UNFCCC. According to the New American Magazine, the Trump administration is playing along with the UN-backed fraud that the terms of the Paris deal, which was never ratified by the U.S. Senate as required for treaties under the U.S. Constitution, are somehow binding on the United States. As of right now, under the Paris Climate Accord, the earliest the U.S. can remove itself is in November 2020. As we all know, a lot can happen over the next 3 years, considering the damage globalist bureaucrats can create. At the beginning of Trump's term, many hoped he would stand his ground and end U.S. involvement in the UN. Can this really happen when the Trump administration decides to not withdraw from the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change? If America were to withdraw from the UNFCCC, it would speed up the process of withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord, which would help us get out of the UN, which would inevitably put America first. Instead, we see things such as this media release from the Department of the State. The United States will continue to participate in international climate change negotiations and meetings, including the 23rd Conference of the Parties of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, to protect U.S. interests and ensure all future policy options remain open to administration. Such participation will include ongoing negotiations related to guidance for implementing the Paris Agreement. With the mainstream media on the globalist side, the topic of climate change goes unchanged. Based on polls, many Americans don't believe in the man-made global warming theory, but the establishment is doing a great job in making it look otherwise. The globalist bureaucrats seem to have swayed the cards in their favor once again and continue to break down the America First mantra. The Trump administration could have gotten us out of certain UN climate plans. The fact that they haven't should make you wonder, what's coming next? The New American Magazine's reprint of Getting Us Out of the UN for Good said it best. For liberty and self-government to survive over the long haul, the UN and its globalist agenda must be stopped completely. Neither reform nor replace nor defund will be enough to stop the globalist march toward global governance. Only withdrawal will do the job. We need to protect American independence and go in the same direction as the UK did with Brexit. Knowing the facts about the Paris Accord and the United Nations are key in educating those who support getting us out of the UN. Call President Trump and Congress and tell them to support H.R. 193 in the House and to introduce a companion bill in the Senate. Visit our Get Us Out of the United Nations action page on jbs.org for contact information. Then sign up for our email alerts and check us out on Facebook and Twitter to learn more. So until next time, take care and God bless.